Hello everyone and welcome to Delaware Auto Sales. My name is Nathan and we're going to look at this beautiful Mercedes today that has just under 100,000 miles, 94,000 miles to be exact. It's a perfect time of day to really look at this color. You can see the sun coming from behind me on the side of the car. This is smoke silver metallic and this is a 1995 E320 Cabriolet convertible. Mercedes only made this car in 1994 and 1995 and the real purists and the real enthusiasts would say and would argue that this is one of the greatest cars of all time, capable of going many hundreds of thousands of miles and far better built than anything newer that comes after it. A sexy car indeed. Take a look here. For a true four-seat convertible, a true coupe, because even when the convertible top is up, there is not a post here. So it's a true open window concept coupe cabriolet. It's a beautiful car. This lighting is absolutely perfect on this car. It's clean, it's nice. Take a look at the Carfax on our website. Here's our website and phone number if you're interested to give us a call, talk more about it. It started out in California, so it's a California car for the first just about 9 years. And then after that, it was in Arizona for about 8 years. And then most recently these numbers are pretty close to exact math, but it was about 7 years in North Carolina. So it's always been in an excellent climate, area, and state. Briefly, very quick, this is the roll bar. This pops up very quickly if the car tips and is about to roll. I put it up just to showcase it. I think it kind of looks cool with it up. It's also kind of a wind blocker, wind diffuser. If you don't like it, there's a button inside the car that makes it power go up and down. I would assume that most people that are going to look at this car and look at this video probably know these cars, probably are looking for one. And I'll tell you what, this one is definitely worth you taking another look at and watching this entire video. Excuse me. It's clean, it's nice, it has good history, it has good pedigree. Listen, it's running. You can barely hear it running. We also have a 1995 E320 sedan, which isn't as exciting, of course, as the convertible, but I joked on its video, why are these headlights so nice and clear at the age of the car? It's because those are glass headlights. So that's why. Clean. If you don't know, the dual position hood of these cars is one of the greatest features as well. I will show you that here in a moment. Service wise, car checked out really well. We didn't have a whole lot that we needed to do to it. We did a full synthetic oil change on it. We replaced those wiper blades on the headlights, the headlight wiper blades. We replaced the air filter and installed new wiper blades on the actual car. Wiper blade on the windshield and the two wiper blades on the headlights. Sorry, too many wiper blades going on. Tires are Michelin. They have 6 32nds tread on the front and 7 32nds tread on the rear. So there's tires. The 8-hole polished aluminum wheels here in real nice shape. Let's take a look at each of the wheels real quick. The brakes have 7 millimeters in the front and 7 millimeters in the back. So 7 millimeters on brakes all around, 6 32nds on the front tires, and 7 32nds on these rear tires right here. The wheels are in very nice shape for its age. They really are. They're cleaner than most. A little bit of I don't know what that is. Looks like almost sandblasting. A little bit of dots, but I mean from a foot away, they're very clean, very nice. I did run the original window sticker, just curiously. This is a reproduction of it, but $80,000 when this was new. I already knew this without running it, and that leads me to talk about my story that I'd like to share with you guys. So there's the reproduction of the window sticker. The Carfax is right underneath this here on the dashboard. You can look at it on our website, but it's clean Carfax. It proclaims 2 owners, like I said, California, Arizona, and North Carolina. The city that the people lived in that had it in Arizona was called Surprise, Arizona. It's just kind of comical to me. Where are you from? I'm from Surprise. Well, where are you really from? I'm from Surprise. It's kind of like the old Guess blue jeans. What kind of jeans are those Guess? What kind of jeans are those Guess? Anyway, I'm not that funny, I know. My father bought my stepmother this same, not this car, but this same car in a dark green, like the color of money, dark green with the same beige interior and a black top. This car has a chocolate brown top, by the way. I will put that up here shortly and show you the condition of the top. But my dad bought my stepmom same car, 1995 E320 Cabriolet, dark green. I think it was called emerald green, black top, beige interior, brand new, $80,000 in 1995. They were out of town, and I was like barely 17. And one morning I was gonna go to the local donut shop, and I thought, well, I don't want to drive my car. I'm gonna drive the Mercedes. So I took the car just like this, drove it to the donut shop. It was only like a mile and a half down the road, and got my donuts and coffee, because I was even drinking coffee back then, and some orange juice or whatever. And the guy that ran the shop, it was like a local shop, but he was a Greek guy. His name was Bill. And he was real nice and friendly and asked, how's your dad? Oh, I'll see him in a couple days, whatever. I never thought twice about the fact that my dad went to this donut shop like every morning to get a cup of coffee. So come Monday morning or whatever, the next time my dad goes into the shop, the guy says, oh yeah, I saw your son, saw Nathan, came in, got some donuts and coffee on Saturday. Yeah, he was driving the Mercedes. Well, I guess I wasn't ever told I couldn't drive it, but I didn't know that I shouldn't have driven it. And so, of course, I got a talking to, because it was an $80,000 car and I was barely 17 and it had like 1,500 miles at the time. So, yeah, so Bill tattled on me by accident about me driving the Mercedes to the donut shop, and me not being very wise didn't think about the fact that my dad went to the donut shop just about every day. Let's take a look under the hood, and then we'll look at the interior, but I've given you some preview here. Super clean, super nice. Little bit of wear on the driver's side seat, but not much. Original floor mats. Let's take a look under the hood, and then we'll look at the interior and the trunk, and we'll put the top up. Just a beautiful nose, minimal stone chips. I mean, just a couple of really small ones that we had touched up. The plastic, almost like a tongue, pops out here. Pull that. Raise your hood, and it stops right here. If you're looking at this video, this probably isn't going to impress you because you already know, but for the people that don't know, a little bit hard to do with one hand here, but there's these super secret pins on the hood levers that you pull these. First the driver's side, and then the passenger side. Once those are released, take your hood. They call this a dual position hood, and you push up, up, and there you go. And the hood will stand straight up and down. I personally think this is the absolute smartest engineering thing and feature of these cars. I mean, granted, it's most advantageous for the mechanic that's going to work on it, but my goodness, never understood why all cars don't do this. I think all cars should do this. I think all cars should be as safe as a Volvo, although these are real well-built, safe cars. I think all cars should have Volvo-style license plate brackets. I think all cars should have a centrally mounted clock so that you're not late. The hood pad is in real nice shape here. I believe it's original. You can see a couple marks there and there, but overall very nice. Battery also appears to be relatively new, but I didn't see any date on it when I was under here. Really, really clean under here. No surprise. No surprise because it's from Surprise. Also looks like the... sorry, I'm not a mechanic, but that's new. Not sure if that's the alternator. That might be the water pump. You can see the original exhaust right there, the headers. It's super clean, it's super smooth, it drives fantastic. Bosch ABS pump. All the windshield cowling and rubber is in great shape. Even the top of the valve cover here, a lot of times this this paint will peel, but this is really, really nice. Definitely nicer than the norm. All right, just kind of zoom out a little bit here so you can listen. All right, so there you have it. For those of you that may not know, the headlight wipers will only swipe when the headlights are on and you run the regular washer squirter for the front windshield. That's how they work. So when you go to put this down, you pull this pin and just bring the hood down, and then you hear both sides pop back into their normal position, and then just bring the hood down. Simple as that, but such great engineering. So much easier to see underneath the hood and see what's going on and or to work on it, right? So back to the interior. Really clean. Door panel's really clean. You know, this is the difference on these older Mercedes. You shut this door, boom, and it sounds like you're shutting a vault door or a bank door, you know, just super well built. When you shut the door, the seat belt, bring me my seat belt motor mechanism. It's kind of a far reach when this is retracted, so it'll stay in this position. It seems like for about 30 seconds or until you grab the, once you grab the belt and buckle it, this thing will go away, but it's definitely handy. It goes back when you open the door, obviously to allow for rear passengers. Backs of the seats are really nice. The rear carpet's real nice. There's some type of a, I don't know if it's a burn. I definitely don't think this car was smoked in, but there's a chunk out of this carpeting. It looks like a burn. Maybe something, I don't know, maybe something that was stained and somebody cut it out, but just wanted to point that out. I truly don't think this car has been smoked in or smoked in with any kind of regularity because I don't smell anything. But all of this is really nice. The convertible top flaps are nice. Armrest. Again, front seat, driver's side here. A little bit of color wear on the bolster. A little bit of light, you know, cracking or checking on these outside panels, but still overall very nice. Armrest is real nice, except a little bit of wear right there where your elbow hits. Upper windshield, nice. Visors are good shape. The covers and then of course the lights come on when you bring it down, just like that. I love the little Mercedes-Benz. That's actually an E-Class. That's a 300 TE wagon. I love this label that used to be in these cars. Now they probably don't give you stuff like that anymore. Or they're probably, roadside is probably not a Mercedes. Original matte has a little bit of wear, but it's definitely very nice. Compartment here. Another compartment inside this. It's like a bread cabinet with this folding wood, but this is nice. There's a spare bulb in there. This is the switch for the convertible top. Windows, shifter leather's nice. Heated seats right there. Yep. Original radio. It does have a CD changer in the trunk. I'll show you when we go in the trunk. It's an aftermarket Alpine changer, but seems to work. Old school German climate control here. This is the button to raise and lower the rollover bar or head restraints here. So they will go all the way down to right there. So that's the all the way down. I'll just go ahead and leave them down now. That's the down position. Passenger airbag, driver airbag. Original owner's manuals are over there in the zippered leather case. Passenger floor mats, very clean and nice. The dashboard You know, for those of you that are like, oh, it came from the California and Arizona, is the dashboard cracked? These Mercedes in this time period, these were so well built, they could go on the sun and they probably wouldn't crack. But you can see how nice it is. And they actually had a dash pad cover that I believe they did use. It's in the trunk, I'll show it to you. Here's the exact mileage right now, 94,690. Outside temperature display down below. Clock works. I just set the time to the correct time earlier when I was taking the photos. The steering wheel leather is very nice and smooth, not dry, not cracked, and nothing weird. It's real nice. All the stitching is nice. Headlight control, parking brake. This does have a power telescopic, please note that I stressed telescopic, steering wheel. It does not tilt, so it comes out and it goes in, but there's no tilt. That's the old German deal, you know. Also notice there's no cup holders. They didn't want you to tilt the steering wheel. They didn't want to give you any cup holders. There's the ashtray, by the way, definitely nice and clean. Yeah, Germans don't think you should be driving in the car. They don't think you should be, you can smoke in the car. They give you plenty of ashtrays, but they don't want you they don't want you drinking, and they certainly, I don't know why, but don't want the steering wheel tilted. This material, nice, soft. I believe this is leather. I do. It's either leather or vinyl, but it is nice and soft. It's not hard or anything bad. It's nice all the way. There's the other flap in good shape. This is how the windows rest. This is their final resting position. That is all the way down. It's just a little bit exposed. The rear seat on this side, just as clean as that side. Floor mat here. Back of the seat here. A little bit of cracking, shrinking of the material. I'm not sure what, but not a big deal there. This seat face is nicer than the driver, but as expected, hasn't seen as much use. A little bit of that same checking, cracking, starting, but not as much as the driver's side. Mercedes-Benz logo in the corner of the passenger mat. That was always the standard back in this time period. I had a 1995 S-Class for a number of years, and the interior and the dashboard layout reminds me very much of that car. But these are really, you know, nice heavy mats, well made with a nice binding on the edge. You know, they don't do stuff like that anymore, you guys. Everybody knows. Passenger seat power, I forgot to say that over there, but driver's side seat is power with 2 memory positions. Passenger side is power, but you don't get any memory on the passenger side because, you know, you're not as important as the driver. Just kidding. All right, we've seen under the hood, we've seen the outside, the inside. Let's take a look in the trunk, but I also wanted to point out a couple of cosmetic things on the outside. There's a light scratch right here on the bumper. There's a spot here on the main body that's had some touch-up paint put on it. Not sure what they chipped that on. There's some scratches down here, like maybe something off the road from the tire scratched this plastic down here, but that is this is plastic, so it's not like it's going to rust. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot. Little scuff right there. There's really not much going on in this car for its age. It's really nice. Couple little white little paint transfers, maybe from another car door that didn't come off. But overall, it's as nice as you see it to be. Gas door. Don't forget, your tire pressure is in the gas door on most European cars. My mother drives a Mercedes, and she recently took it to a service station, and at least on a newer one, newer than this, it has a placard in the gas door and on in the jamb, like most cars, in the driver's side door jamb, They went by that one, which read like 45 pounds. It was way too much air for the car. Should have gone by the one in the gas door. This is really nice, the upper part of the trunk, as is the rest of the trunk. Here's the chocolate brown colored dash pad. So if you like dash pads and you buy this car, guess what? It comes with it. There you go. It's nice. I mean, it does its job, obviously did its job. It was on the car when we first acquired the car. We removed it because I just would rather see the dashboard. Carpet back here is very clean. Give me 1 second, I'll show you the spare tire. Ow. Oh, there we go. Another 8-hole wheel. Old Continental tire, but there is a tire, and then the jack. Nice and clean here as well. Nice to have this. This again, good engineering. A lot of newer cars just have a piece of cardboard for the trunk floor. It's so embarrassing that they can't just put a piece of plastic like that to give you a proper trunk floor. Everything gets cheaper. Yeah, Alpine branded CD changer. Cartridge comes out, and then you load your old compact discs in there, and you put them in. Underneath, the car is extra clean as well, having come from where it came from. You can see the exhaust right here. I have some photos from our service shop with it on the rack. If you would like to see, if you're interested enough in the car and would like to see, get a hold of us, get a hold of me. My name is Nathan again, and I will gladly send you those. They're a little better than what I'm trying to do here, but it is extra clean, again, because of where it came from, I'm sure. So all right. I don't know. Hold on. There's a big shield there, so not much to see there. There we go. Well, we've been talking so long. My camera says 23 minutes that the sun is about to go down. Perfect lighting though. This car is so beautiful in this lighting. I'm not a big gold person, but I really do like the color. I like, you know, I like the two-tone. Even my dad's, the green one, was, you know, a shiny metallic green up top, but then it had a matte green on the bottom. It was a pretty car. There's the other visor. I was thinking to show that right there. It was on the other side. Oh, the top. Convertible, and we haven't seen the top. I'm sorry. So much to show on this car. Okay. So, you release the front latches like so. Push the button here. You do have to hold it. And then the top comes up. It's a glass window in the back. Wait till you see this. It operates pretty quickly for how many movements it has. So that's pretty much it. And then you grab the front, bring it down, lock in your front latches, and that's it. And then if you keep holding the button, it will put all the windows up. But I'm going to put the windows back down to show you how the car looks with the top up and the windows down. Kind of looks very coupe-like. But before we do that, I want to make sure I show. The interior of this top is, I mean, this top is probably, not probably, but I'm almost for certain this top's original. It does have some light discolorations and staining, as you can see. And then there's a rip here. Hasn't, you know, affected anything. Does not leak. This car's been out in the rain. We've washed it. We've cleaned it. This is just on the interior fabric head. This is the headliner, okay? Nice thick material. It's super thick and well insulated. It's not like you hear wind through this or anything. But one of the other things that we did do that I didn't want to talk about until now, so there's the condition of that. One of the other things that we did do, or I'm sorry, we didn't do it, but we had an upholstery shop do it, was the rear bow. They call it the rear bow hydraulic cylinder. It's the cylinder that sits right down here in the center. It was bad, and it caused that rip in the fabric. The top didn't work just as it should. We had that fixed. We had everything reinitialized and recalibrated, and I've had the top up and down probably 100 times since. So it is definitely done, definitely fixed. It was a Mercedes genuine part for this hydraulic cylinder back here, but that's what caused that. Glass window with rear defrost. You can see the Mercedes-Benz logo and the Secure It logo. The glass in this is super nice, tight, no issues there. You can see the color now. Let me come over here in the sun, and then there's a few imperfections on the outside of the top that I want to show. It is a chocolate brown. It's not black. There, look at my sweatshirt tag comparatively, right? Black versus brown. I know it's getting dark, but definitely chocolate brown. Back up here, you can see how pretty. It's so rich looking on the car. It's really pretty, really. I really like it. I mean, I like my dad's with the green with the black top, but this is really nice. All right, so the top is excellent for its age. It is, okay? Stitching and the binding on the edge here, the piping, or I think they call it the binding, very, very nice. Main top is very, very nice. There's, you know, these lines are very normal. This is the checking from when it folds, okay? Porsches do the same thing. However, there is a little bit of wear where it's kind of worn the fabric a little bit right here, right there, okay? And it's still nice and taut, nice and tight. It's nice and tight by the back window. And then the same thing on this side, right here. I mean, again, doesn't leak, doesn't whatever. It doesn't need a new top. I mean, if you're gonna keep this car inside, this top could last another 20 years. You know, if you're gonna leave it outside under a tree, yeah, it's probably not gonna last as long. But you can see now there, and then there is a tiny, I guess, rip. I don't want to pull this too hard. It's just a cut, but it's not all the way through. I can't put my finger through that, okay? But I just want to point it out. But again, nice and tight everywhere else, and it doesn't leak. We've had it long enough. We've had it outside in the rain to know it doesn't leak or anything like that, okay? It's nice. Buy the car, enjoy it. And if you have it for 30 years, then maybe in 10 or 15 more, you can spend the money for a new top if you want a new top at that time. But right now, it is ready to go. It's ready to drive. You see what I mean here with it's a true coupe, a pillarless coupe indeed, because there's that seatbelt helper. Hello. It's almost like a ghost. Nothing here. And the Mercedes, this car in a coupe, I didn't talk about this yet, but I could talk about this car forever. I have a longtime friend that only drives these cars as coupes, who lives in California as an airline pilot, my friend Chris. He's had probably 8 or 9 of these in a coupe. He loves them. He's never had a convertible. He's never had a sedan, only buys them in a coupe. But, you know, this car looks just like a coupe with a hard top, just a convertible. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me blab on and on and on, which I can definitely do a lot, but especially when I like a car. Please reach out to us with any questions that you may have, or anything else that you'd like to know that I didn't talk about. And thanks for looking, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.